I've been laid off since the union is holding out, open for more. Well, I could be laid off again. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Sitting staring at my unpaid bill. Sometimes I feel so unable. It's the boredom, not the worry that kills. Oh, where do I go from here? Where do you go when I need you? Why can't you see when there's nothing else to do? Why are you thought so unreal? Where don't play you, but my sofa and chair just got repossessed. And the pride is the next thing I feel. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go from here? Tell me, where do I go? Where can I go? Where can I go from here?
Where do I go from here? Where do you go from here? Where do we go from here? That is the great Don Williams. Sorry, that is the great Don Williams. Don Williams is asking the fundamental question: where do I go from here? And hello, guys. You are welcome today to our broadcast. This is number 8 of our broadcasts. Of course, you have not forgotten. This is the TBC broadcasts, and it is my 8th. So we have started with that fundamental question from Don Williams, who is asking, where do I go from here? Those who keep pace with these broadcasts will be able to situate that question. Yesterday, we finished our part 3 of how to begin the journey. So we are asking ourselves, we have learned how to begin the journey. We have talked about what to do. The next question is, what next? So Don Williams is asking, where do I go from here? Yes, guys, that is the question we must answer. That is the question we must answer every blessed day so that we have a purpose. In TBC, we also have a purpose. And that's exactly why today our broadcast is entitled How to Grow Your TBC Daily. How to grow your TBC daily. Before we begin, as usual, we shall get the quote of the day. Permit me share with you my screen. We shall get the quote of the day, that which is going to um, justify, give background meaning to what we are saying here. Um, The quote of the day, the quote of the day, you can see for yourselves. The quote of today, you can see, it is from Martin Luther King Jr. The quote of the day is from Martin Luther King Jr. And he says that one of the great tragedies of life is that men seldom bridge the gulf between practice and profession, between doing and saying. Yes. Um, Martin Luther King Jr. is saying that is one of the biggest problems we have in life, that we hardly um, make put into practice what we say. And he says a persistent schizophrenia leaves so many of us tragically divided against ourselves. Schizophrenia, of course, it is the whole idea of having divided selves. You know, when you are divided in mind, in that division, that internal division, or call it. So he's saying that there is a persistent schizophrenia, which tragically leaves many of us divided against ourselves. And what is this vision about? Martin Luther King Jr. says, on the one hand, we proudly profess certain and noble principles. And on the other hand, we sadly practice the very antithesis of the principles we profess. These are very wise words. These are very wise words of Martin Luther King Jr. He goes on to say that how often are our lives characterized by a high blood pressure of creeds and an anemia of deeds? Wow. It means that, you see, what we profess with our lips, what we profess with our mouths, what we say on our lips, boom, there are many. We just say them, but actually we do very little. And this, guys, is what situates us within the context of our broadcast today, because, like we were saying yesterday, we must get to action. The long reign of talk is over. The long reign of promises and thinking is over. The long reign of wishful thoughts is over. You know, say, "Hey, that TBC is nice. I'll look for money and join." That time has passed. The more you keep planning, the more the TBC train is moving at breakneck speed, passing you by. So what we are saying with Martin Luther King Jr. here is basically that we get to work. Let us not end at the level of saying, "Oh, that TBC is nice." Oh, do something, do something to bridge that gap between the wishful thoughts and what you want to do. And that doing something, that getting to action, becoming an acting person is basically what drives our TBC to the heights on a daily basis. So, like King is saying here, the distinction we make very often between um, what we say and what we do is very important. We need to straight away get to work. We need to get to work. We don't need to be wasting time, because with TBC there is no waste of time. With TBC we ought to begin, and begin immediately. So today we are talking about how to grow our TBC daily. How do we grow our TBC daily? We'll just have here with you a short roadmap, a short roadmap of our of our little broadcast today. Let me share with you a very short roadmap. Um, a very short roadmap for our broadcast today. You can see for yourselves. That is it. There we are. How to grow your TBC. How to grow your TBC daily. How to grow your TBC daily. Of course, this is the very first part. How to grow your TBC daily, part one. How to grow your TBC daily, part one. And basically, we'll talk about two main things. We'll talk about alignment, and we'll talk about partnership. Of course, partnership is still all about the idea of alignment. And then we shall give updates about the forthcoming mega seminar, another very powerful one which is in the making. So we will begin by talking about alignment. Yesterday we threw some light on the concept of alignment. This concept of alignment is very important. For those of you who are, for those of us who are drivers and car owners, you know that from time to time there is what we call alignment. We go to the garage, we go to the workshop, we call a mechanic or whatever, and we ask him as he does the work on the car, we tell him, please check the alignment. What is alignment? From the point of view of the car we are talking about, of the vehicle, we alignment is the whole concept of making sure that the wheels of the car align with the steering. The wheels of the car are, they move together. The wheels of the car are kept along the same line, within check, along the same line with the steering of the car. So that when you wheel the car left, the wheels, of course, when you steer the car left, the wheels, of course, will take you go left. When you steer the car right, the wheels will take you go right. Huh? You understand? I'm saying right and I'm going left. When you steer the car left, the wheels will take you go left. And when you steer right, the wheels will take you go right. That is exactly what alignment does for the car. That is what alignment is all about. In TBC, we also have alignment. In TBC, we have alignment, and it's all about being in line with the system. It's all about moving at the same pace with the system. You know, we have explained in our previous broadcasts that TBC has a system, a well-built system, a well-built system which has been crafted by the admin. And of course, that system, we can have access to it on our Kringle Cash back office. In the days ahead, we shall address that. That is a topic for another day. But by alignment, what do we mean? Alignment, by alignment, we mean that whatever we do must be in line with what the admin has put forth for us. By alignment, we mean that no one goes out of the system. That basically is what alignment in TBC is all about. You see, with the concept of alignment, the moment you get started with TBC, the moment you know, you buy your coins, you send your money to your sponsor, they give you the coins, they send the coins to your wallet. Guys, you from that same moment, of course, the value of the coin begins to grow because the community is adding, the community is growing. Like we said yesterday, that the value of the coin, yesterday we dealt with the agreement, we looked at the agreement. And it is an agreement we have agreeing in TBC community that what gives value to the coin are the people behind the coin. So each new member who comes in, the value of the coin increases. That is granted. But it does not suffice for the coin to be there and be growing on its own because people are adding. It does not suffice. By the way, how do people add? The people are adding because other people are, are, are not sleeping on duty. They are doing something. They are working. They are spreading the gospel. They are recruiting members. That's why people are getting to know about TBC, which means, therefore, that the very first thing you must do to make your account grow on a daily basis is that once you have had your account, you don't need to fold your hands and say, let it be there. Of course, that means that you are not in line with the spirit of the community. You are falling short of alignment. You are falling short of alignment. You are going out of the line. You see, this is the line here, and instead of you following and going, now you are following, you are going like this. You are falling short of alignment. Yes. Some people are mistaking. I'll keep saying over and over, guys, some of us, most of us are mistaking, and we have not digested the vision of TBC. So much so that we think that it is all about just investing, buying your coins, keeping there, and waiting for the day that they will have the banks, and waiting for the day that there will be 1 billion people in the community, and then we start cashing out. In fact, somebody was asking me from Ukraine the other day, this thing you are talking like this, how are we going to cash out? That we have said severally, and we are going to say severally, is not within the conceptual framework of TBC at all. It is not. Once you begin to think like that, once you begin to act like that, you are falling short of alignment. You are not working in line with the system. Because you begin to act that way, you want to sit and fold your arms, other people should work for you, and then you benefit. No, in TBC, we benefit from what we have put in. We reap from where we sow. And how do we do that? By aligning to the system. Aligning to the system. So alignment means we stay glued to the system. We stay glued to the system, we do not leave. So that when the TBC admin steers the ship of the system left, all of us go left. When they steer right, all of us go right. So we must be able to stay glued to the system. The very first thing we noted here about staying glued to the system is pay your back office fee. Pay your Pringle Cash back office fee. Some people have accounts, but they have not paid. Some people have accounts, but they have not paid their back office fees. Some people call themselves members of the community, they have not paid their back office fee. It is not fair. If you want to get aligned to the system, you must pay your back office fee. From what we did yesterday, you will see for yourself that once you pay your back office fee, then you can be able to access the send button and the other TBC 009. You are able to do that, and then you are able to navigate within the system. You are able to go around in the system. You are able to go to this end, see what he's talking about, go to the other end, see what they are talking about. So you are building up, you are building up yourself in alignment. That is what alignment is all about. You are fitting yourself at the right place because you are an interested member. So first thing, guys, pay your back office fee. This payment of back office fee is very important. There are so many members, so many thousands upon thousands of members who call themselves members of TBC, but they have not paid their back office fee. And that's exactly why when we are talking about the TBC membership, we are talking about only those who have paid their We're talking about only those who have paid their back office fee. Those who have not paid, not inclusive. Only those who have paid their back office fee. You can see for yourself, for those who are in the TBC community, um, yesterday in the TBC Cameroon forum, our venerable brother, Mr. Mbe Derek, raised an alarm, a joyful alarm that the membership of TBC has grown up to 3.3 million, 3.3 million people. That was yesterday. But look at this is today. This is my back office. Today we are seeing, what are we seeing there? Today we are seeing there that total number of members is 3,300,232 people. So between yesterday and today, we have had 232 people on board. Guys, those who are still lagging behind, those who are still, like Martin Luther King will say, those who are still at the level of making promises, um, displaying that schizophrenic attitude of the division between only talking without practicing, you will find yourself, you have yourself to blame, because we are on the moving train. Between yesterday and today, guys, we see that our number has grown to 200 by 232. Just one day, it's not up to 24 hours. 232. Those who are staying, those who keep promising, doubting Thomases should keep waiting. So we are talking about the necessity to pay their back office fee, which is $10, which is 6,000 francs. Please pay your back office fee. Now, the number of people we have seen up there, 3,300,232 people, they are those who have paid their back office fee. And I must tell you guys, there are still thousands upon thousands of members who have not paid their back office fee. And so we do not consider them as members of this community. Why? Because they are not in alignment. They have decided to leave the line. They have decided to go their way when the admin is steering the ship. And I like to talk about ship because I'm planning to be part of the cruise in March, the cruise to the Caribbean, where we are going to celebrate our third anniversary of TBC. So while the admin is steering the ship right, the rest are going left. So those who are going left do not belong. That is what alignment is all about. And if they don't belong, there is no way they can grow their TBC. It is not possible. It is not possible. Yes, the very second thing we need to do there is to visit the TBC blog. You can see that. Visit the blog daily, please. Daily. You know the strict meaning of the word daily. Visit the blog. How do you go to the blog? You get to your Kringle Cash back office. Then you scroll down. This is my Kringle Cash back office. Scroll down to what we call education. Education. Please, education. Here it's education. You click on education. And then once you click on education, what you have is the blog post for the day. Blog post for the day. Like for today, you see what we have as blog post for today, 22nd of September. The new cookie rewards are crazy because they are so good. Guys, do you even know that the admin has given room for more cookie rewards? That is a story for another day. But you see, if you don't go to the blog, you will not have things like this. You will not know what's happening. And the rest of the people who go to the blog will know that there is cookie reward. There are even two of them. There are two of them. I remember we're told yesterday, we're informed yesterday in one other live broadcast about that. But you see, this is the blog for today. You see, it's saying that the new cookie rewards are crazy because they are so good. Then you have a video here about the cookie reward. Um, you have a video here about the cookie reward. You see that, you click on it. You see, you watch the video. You don't need to go to your every now and then to your sponsor and ask, I hear that there is new cookie. What is it all about? No, get there yourself. Interact with it. You see, TBC live broadcast number 80. Let us be realistic about bringing in merchants. That is exactly what the new cookie rewards is all about. And then you play the video there. You'll see for yourselves exactly what it is all about. So, guys, that is, you can see there are interesting things here. So many interesting things. Guys, please spend time on the blog. 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 That is the first one. Secondly, we have our broadcasters are so excited about the new cookie reward. That is another blog post still for September 22nd. That is today. Another blog post. So you see, once you stay glued to the system, that is what we call alignment. Once you stay glued to the system, once you are in alignment with the system, this kind of information will not pass you by. You will know exactly what is happening in the community. And when you know what is happening in the community, you keep pace with everybody rather than um, coming now and then asking some funny questions. Okay, it is good to ask questions, but questions need to be asked only when you do not understand something, not when you are ignorant and you know where to go to. You see, you cannot you cannot be, our people say, those who stay by the stream cannot wash their faces with spittle. Yes, every TBC member is not only living by the stream, is living inside the ocean. TBC for me, I call TBC an island. It is inside the ocean. It is right in there, surrounded by water. So why on earth will you not have water? Either to drink, either to wash up, or to clean, whatever. And where do we find our source of water? Where do we tap from that river? I refer to it as the river of gold. Is the blog, gentlemen and ladies. Go to the blog. Go to the blog. You see, it is called education. It is called education. You go your single cash back office, choose education, you will get to the blog. And every day, guys, I mean it, every day there are posts for the blog. Every day. If you see here, look at the side here, you see these are posts even as far back as April 2016. Look at, look at, as far back as April 2016. So every day there is a post. That is why I'm saying TBC is not a community for idlers. It's not a community for those who think that let me just drop my money there and get my coins, and then I see, then I start asking how much will I have in return. No, no, no. If you want to grow your account daily, you must stay glued to the blog. You must stay glued to the blog. That for you is one of the very, very necessary conditions to grow your account. And staying glued to the blog is part of what we refer to as alignment. It's part of aligning to the system. You see, guys, please check the blog every day. Even if you don't have time, just get to the blog and see what is there. Just see even the headings, just see even the headlines. And they are put in nice way. Most of them are videos. You can put on your video like this one. You can click on your video, and then you are doing something else. You are doing something else, and the video is playing. Whether you like it or not, as the video is playing, you are hearing what they are saying. And you see, this is the handwork of a TBCian who is aligning to the system and wants the rest of us to get aligned. He doesn't want to leave anyone behind. And he's talking now about the new cookie rewards. Did you know that there were new cookie rewards? No way. So that's 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 it, guys. That's it. That is it with the blog. That is it with the second aspect of what you need to do to grow your account daily. The next one, which is still in line with alignment, is those of you who have paid your back office fees, please, if you have paid your back office fees, please make sure you attend the send button meetings on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Mondays and Tuesdays. Send button meetings are on Mondays and Tuesdays. Please. You will ask me, what is a send button meeting? Send button meeting is is a meeting that only those who have paid their back office can attend. They are the only ones who can attend. Why are they the only ones who can attend? Because one, they have paid their back office. Because two, the link to that meeting is sent directly to them in their back office. And what is the meeting all about? It is another forum for briefing. There we meet the voice of TBC. We meet all our great leaders of TBC. Sometimes there are 4 of them in the panel. Sometimes there are 5 of them in the panel. They keep sharing their experiences. And you know, our people say experience is the best teacher. Experience is the best teacher. So the more you keep, the more you attend send button meetings in which experiences are shared, the more you are getting tactics on how to grow your TBC daily. Not only are you getting tactics on how to grow your TBC daily, but each send button meeting you attend, you are given rewards. You are rewarded in cookies. You are rewarded in cookies. I can hear someone asking, but what are cookies? These are the ABCs of TBC. We shall get to that subsequently. But you see, not only when you attend send button meetings, you have an idea of what is happening in the TBC community the world over, because it is run by able leaders, the voice of TBC, Randy Wilson. We have our great leader in South Africa. We have our great leader in Cameroon. They are everywhere. All those top leaders, they meet, they share their experiences. They ask, what is happening in Nigeria? What is happening in South Africa? What is happening left, right, center? When you attend those meetings, you know that in TBC, you are not alone. When you attend those meetings, you know that TBC is not a scam, because you see people talking and sharing life experiences. I remember one of the send button meetings I attended some time ago. I don't even remember what month. One of the leaders was sharing that today I touched some money in TBC. I touched some money, and I was wondering. I opened my mouth. I almost let some flies got into my mouth. I opened the mouth. How possible? How did he do it? But he shared his experience with us. How spreading the gospel of TBC. There are many interested people. Then they begin to ask how to join TBC. They send their money. He sells the coins to them, and then expands the community. That for you is what send button meeting is. You learn from the experiences of this leader. You also learn how to become a leader yourself. In TBC, we don't have leadership and following. In TBC, all of us are supposed to be leaders, and that's exactly why the admin makes sure that he beefs us up with the necessary material we need to be masters and mistresses of TBC. What we need to know, go to the blog. Stay aligned, please. Alignment. I don't know how else to say this. But when we do all these, those are the ways by which we are building our TBC. Those are the ways in which we make our TBC grow on a daily basis. When you attend send button meetings, you don't only grow in knowledge. At the end of your send button meeting, there is an exercise which takes place, that when you carry out that exercise according to the instruction which is given there, immediately you are rewarded with cookies. You are rewarded with so many cookies. If I'm not mistaken, there should be 1,000 or 1,000,000 cookies. And when you are rewarded with this in December, rather in November, these cookies are going to be redeemed and credited to your account. So you see how I've never seen I've never seen a thing like this. You just sit, attend a meeting, and then you are rewarded for attending meetings. Normally, it should be the other way around. Normally, we who attend the meetings need to reward those who chair the meetings. At least we need to give them a glass of cold water. We need to give them some wine, especially being our leaders who do everything possible to inform us, to share experiences with us. But it's the other way around. In fact, TBC is very funny. It is only in TBC where things like that can happen. That you go and attend a meeting, you attend the meeting without paying any fee. At the end of the meeting, you are rewarded. And that reward in the form of cookies, what happens to it at the end of November? They are redeemed and credited into your account. So, guys, dear listeners, dear viewers, I must tell you that in TBC, you do not need to fold your arms and say, by the way, I have bought my coins. By the way, I have paid my back office fee. So, when are we having the return on investment? No, it does not happen in TBC. If you want to ask those kind of questions, go to those communities, go to those companies where you're asking, this package, what package is there? Or am I going to use? And if I get this package, um, how much will I have in 2 months or in 4 months or in 1 year? No, 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 no. In TBC, you determine how much you get over time. Nobody determines for you. And you determine it by getting to work. You determine it by doing away with this schizophrenia, which Martin Luther King Jr. was saying for our quote of today. That schizophrenia, that division that we have made between wishful thinking and action. We do not act, but we only think. Some people are in TBC. Um, Somebody was telling me the other day, how do I know all these things? These things that are explaining to me, I really need some money. Please, TBC is not a place for those who are in dire need of money. It's a place of people who want to help people. And in helping people, the people who help people gain from people and build a community of people. That is what TBC is all about. It's not just a place where I gain from people, I need some money. No. By the time you get to work, by the time you are aligned to the system, when you are aligned to the system, when you stay closed, you pay your back office fee, you stay glued to the block, you make sure that you attend send button meetings. I tell you, your TBC account is growing by the day. Before you know it, you just go to your TBC wallet one day and you want to check your account, you just collapse. And they say, "Hey, what is wrong with him? Let's rush him to the hospital." And then you hear people say, he has collapsed because of what he has seen. Yes, you will collapse because of what you have seen. And what would you have seen? You would have seen the effort of your work, the effort of your visit to the block, the effort of your attending meetings, the effort of your being aligned to the system. And your being aligned to the system is going to give you the information you need. It's going to school you so much that when you are talking with your prospects, when you are talking with a new person who wants to join TBC, you are talking with confidence. They listen to the way you talk. They don't think twice. They just say, they're not even asking you, they'll not even say, is what you're saying, is it true or not? They'll just ask you, please, what do I begin with? And you say, whatever, $100, $300, $500, you can begin with, and then off we go. So, guys, that is TBC for you. There are no idlers in TBC. How to grow your accounts daily. How to grow accounts daily, your TBC account daily. That is what you have to do under alignment. And the very last thing you will do if you have to want to grow your account daily is what I'm going to share with you. We go back to our outline. Um, We'll go back to our outline. It is what we refer to as partnership. You can see here, partnership. Please, partnership, partnership. Partner with a well-informed TBCian. Partnership. Even in the world of football, in the world of sports, if you must succeed, you must have a good coach. You must have a good coach. And that's why I like the individual sports. Team sports are good, but I like those individual sports because each person has their personal coach. You look at these boxers, they have their personal coach, personal trainer. That in TBC, you need a personal coach. You need a personal coach. You will visit the blog, yes. You pay your back office fee, yes. You attend send button meetings, yes. But you need a personal coach. What do we mean by personal coach? Personal coach means the personal coach, of course, it can be your sponsor, the one who brought you in. It can be some other person. But remember, it is a well-informed TBCian, one who is well-grounded in TBC, one who knows the left and the right, one who, like our people say in the proverb, is like the old broom that knows every corner of the house. That is exactly the kind of person you need to partner with. When you partner with a well-informed TBCian, these are the things which are going to come your way. One, you will not be asking some funny, irrelevant questions in forums. In the forums. Sometimes some people, some kind of questions that people ask just get you irritated. You start asking yourself, but how did you find yourself here if you do not know all this? How have you been here all this while if you don't know this? True. Okay, if you have your question, please don't say that I discouraged you from asking. Always ask your question. But you see, if you have a personal coach, you are going to reach him at any time. You are going to ask him any kind of question. I have my coach. I'm talking with confidence like this because I have my coach. And my coach has schooled me and is still schooling me. My coach has schooled me and is still schooling me. Yes. Whatever I want, I reach him. I say, my coach, what do we do? What is this thing all about? I ask, you know. Then when he informs me, I go and look for it again myself. I better the knowledge. Then I appropriate the knowledge to myself. It becomes mine. When I come on air, I talk and you say that, when did this man become a TBCian? That he's master of these things. It is because I do not let go my coach. That is the technique of a successful player in the football field. He listens to his coach. And you can see for yourself that those players who are stubborn to their coaches, who do not listen to their coaches, they always end up falling out with their coaches and they end up leaving the team. So please, if you want your TBC account to grow daily, get a coach. Partner with a coach. What does it take to partner with a coach? You may ask me. What does it take to partner with a coach? What does it take to partnership with a TBCian? What does it take? Meet whoever you want to be your coach. Meet him. Talk with him. Of course, we are in TBC, and in TBC, nothing goes for nothing. So if you meet your coach, express your wish for him to be your coach, he's going to attend to you, but you have to, of course, appreciate that coach. Basically, sometimes you have to buy TBC from him. In fact, it is not even, for me, it is not even, you're not giving him money. It's not even appreciation because you give him money, he sells you TBC, sends TBC to your account. It's just an exchange. But it's a means of appreciating him. Once you get that agreement between the two of you, you appreciate him, then the next thing he will do for you is he will create an opportunity, and with that opportunity, he will let you even know how to do broadcasting, which is we are going to talk in our next broadcast. He will teach you how to do this. He will show you so many things. Whatever you doubt, he will show you. Whatever you do not master, he is going to tell you. And if you even have a prospect and you don't know, a prospect means a newcomer. If you have a prospect, a newcomer who is coming in and you don't even know how to talk to them. You don't know how to convince them. Talk with your coach. Connect them with your coach. Your coach will do that for you. And when the prospect gets in, then the agreement with your coach will follow. If you have agreed that you benefit 50-50 from the prospect who comes, fine. If you agree that you benefit 75-25, whatever, that is between you and your coach. But that is to tell you that we do not exploit people. Some I'm talking now, you may say that, but it is a coach. Is this thing, why should we pay? No, we don't exploit people, of course. Secondly, we don't need to ask questions about why we pay, because in TBC, money is not our problem. In TBC, our problem is to grow in knowledge and to increase and improve the community. So please, um, partnership, partner with a well-informed TBCian, partner with a well-informed TBCian to get along, to get along. That is what we had for you today. That is what I had for the package today, how to grow your TBC daily. But before I leave you, I have an update for you. Before I leave you, we are talking about alignment, we are talking about partnership, we're talking about education. Before I leave you, there is good news. For those of you in Cameroon, those of you around me in Cameroon, you see, there is an upcoming seminar. Some people have been talking with the leader in Cameroon and saying, "Oh, we missed that one. Please, we did not make it. This, that. You know, there is yet another mega seminar. There is yet another seminar coming up. And when is it? TBC seminar? Where? In Cameroon, in Douala. Where in Douala? At JICAM Conference Hall in Douala. Find out where JICAM Conference Hall in Douala is. Please be the first to be there. When is that? It is 30th of September 2018. 30th of September 2018 at 4 p.m. prompt, please. 30th of September 2018. Try to be there. Make sure you register yourself. Make sure you are part of that seminar. It's also an opportunity to get aligned within the context of what we are saying today. Attending the seminar means that you are taking your car to the garage and asking the technician to put and to make sure that it is aligned, to make sure there is alignment. All those who are attending the seminars are rushing to the TBC leaders and asking them to teach them alignment, how to work with the system, how to what to know. That is what it is all about. So don't say you were not told. But before I leave you, before I forget, of course, the seminar is not for free. The seminar is not for free. So there's an entry fee. If you want to get along, please, only 5,000 francs. 5,000 francs only. 5,000 francs only. That is exactly what you will need to join to be part of the seminar, or $10. For those of you who know, there are many people these days who are dealing directly in dollars. So you just go with your $10 and you have access to the place. But again, some of us are already feeling cheated. Like we complained last time, the seminar took place and we could not be there since we are not on ground. So how do we do? What do we do? We cannot keep missing opportunities like this of being aligned. You know, given the importance of alignment, we cannot miss such an opportunity. When we raise those complaints, the TBC leaders put their heads together and say, in TBC, there is no problem without a solution. As I talk to you now, there are technicians on the ground. As I talk to you now, there are IT technicians on board. They are on the spot, putting things in place to make sure that from wherever in the world you are, you can attend that seminar. And so, therefore, the seminar is not only for Cameroonians. Don't say that I'm listening to you now, I'm in Ghana. Don't say that I'm listening to you now, I'm in the Czech Republic. No. Wherever you are, you can conveniently attend that meeting. In fact, I am already in the meeting. For your information, I am part of the meeting already. So, but you're asking me, how do you attend the meeting from a distance? That is not a problem. Attending that meeting from a distance is not a problem. Tomorrow, I'm going to share with you, or subsequently, tomorrow or next week, anytime next week, I'm going to bring to you the link that you need to get, how you are going to pay your money, and what link to get so that you are part and parcel of that same wherever you are on planet Earth. Because TBC does not segregate. TBC builds. It does not scatter. The only thing which TBC scatters, take note, and that is what I'm leaving with you. The only thing which TBC scatters, destroys, is poverty and the gap between the rich and the poor. Thank you very much for being there. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to join us again in our next broadcast, which will not be too long from now. That is going to be how to grow your TBC account part 2. Thank you very much for being there, and God bless you.